What is going on, everybody? This is your Moron with the Conscience, aka Conscious Moron's Late Night, right? I can't sleep, so I'm strolling on the internet and I come across this video. Uh, and it's a gentleman in China and he's talking about name brand and labels and the cost of everything. And it made me think about how much black people love being fresh, or how much we used to love being fresh. And it wasn't necessarily about the label that we had. I mean, in a sense it was, but not like that. It was more about being fresh because I can remember. Well, story time, story time, story time. Oh, um, but I can remember. Let me put it down so I can just tell y'all the story. So I can remember like being in high school and we had this dance. It was called Morp. So Morp was prom backwards, basically. And instead of going with like a girl, you would go with your homeboys. And you know what I'm saying? It was really like, it was the opposite of prom. So you go with your homeboys, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it would usually be. The dudes would usually go. But it would be couples going there too. And then you didn't really have to wear a formal. You could wear just, like your street wear. So people would, try and be fresh. So this was our freshman year, right? Like it's a big thing. And at the high school I went to, it was a big thing. So this our freshman year, right? And me and my homeboys, we ended up finding these outfits for like, I kid you not, they were $20. I think. Okay, so we bought some felines. They were like 50, and then we bought some pants. I should try and find that picture. I'm gonna try and find it. I don't even know if I got the color one. Oh, I gotta try and find that picture. Um, but basically, we didn't spend no more than $100 for the outfits, right? And and usually in our high school yearbook, only the seniors made the high school yearbook for the more pictures. But our outfit was so fresh. It was so fresh that we made the high school yearbook. Man, we were so amped. Like I can't remember that being in high school, but nevertheless. But I'm saying, like, let's watch this real quick. Hold on, and then you kind of get what I'm trying to. Well, I'm just saying, like, it didn't matter about the label that we had. It was just that we were fresh, and that's how it used to be back then. It wasn't that you needed Ralph Lauren or Louis Vuitton or Polo to be fresh. Now that helped you be fresh, but it was just easier. It was almost more creative to try and find the cheapest thing to look the freshest because we didn't have a lot of money back then. So we would try and find the cheapest thing that looked fresh. We was high school. Parents wasn't giving us money like that. But but it just seems now like people, I don't want to say are lazy with their style, but they just try and go for name brands. And then just like watching this video made me think about this. Let's take a little watch. Sorry, I was rambling. It's late night. Brain is still sleeping.
They rob you blind and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scam. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs only ship your job to China, not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap laborers. And in the process, they hollow out your middle class, crush your working class, and told you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, lift millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulate the market, dodged tax, and poured billions into endless wars. And you get stagnated wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flagged wave property made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs fit your lies. Well, they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
So what do you guys think? Do you think he's right? My final question, especially to black people, is it, do we make the labels or do the labels make us? Let me know what you think. And as in always, this is your moron with the conscience, aka conscious moron. And remember, without you, there would be no moron. Y'all be good. Peace.